Good evening, amazing and beautiful people. Welcome back. Thanks for tuning in. Today I'm in a bit of a funky mood, so I thought I'm going to present to you some funky products today because this topic is very important for skincare, especially for our day and age, and especially for problematic skin types. And this topic is also so vast because it entails so many different types of products. And I chose 4 products that I think have a very interesting consistency and very interesting way of using them. So that I think they're quite innovative in their field and in their textures, and I prefer them over the standard products. And that is the topic of exfoliation. Ta-da! So exfoliation is very, very important. And before we continue, I want to ask you to think about this and be honest and truthful with yourself and answer the question whether you do exfoliate regularly or whether you just throw it in sometimes whenever you have time. Do you do it every day? Do you do it once a month? How often should you do it? Why should you do it in the first place anyway? And the simple answer is you don't have to do it regularly because your skin has its own properties and abilities to restore and renew cells and skin. That's why you have dead skin cells, that's why our hair falls off and things grow and grow back. So that's the kind of natural process of exfoliation. However, nowadays we have so many free radicals, we have so much dirt, we have so much air pollution, and the climate changes in many ways, plus makeup that we're wearing, especially for people who wear makeup every day. And a lot of it is important that we do help and maintain our skin, and we do help our skin to do a better cell turnover, do maybe a quicker process of renewing and a clearer process so the pores are not congested. So exfoliation is super important, and it's become a super popular topic as well. And you can find many physical and chemical exfoliation nowadays. So for example, in toners or in cream cleanses, or microbeads that are not so popular, I think, because they do damage the skin barrier slightly more than a chemical exfoliation. However, if you have watched the video of cleanses that are my holy grail cleanses, then you know that you shouldn't, and you received this homework from me, you shouldn't over exfoliate, and you should think about how you exfoliate and how often. Because I presented to you this cleanser by Holy Frog, which already has an exfoliating property within it by the AHA fruit acid. So it is a cleanser and an exfoliation tool at the same time. But because it's mild, you can use it once a day or maybe even twice a day. I don't know how mild it is exactly, and it won't damage your skin as much. But if you prefer to have different products, then I have 4 recommendations for you today, and 2 of them have a very interesting gel/jelly-like consistency that is a chemical exfoliation that turns your dead skin cells into small little white bumps straight away that you can really wash off easily because it exfoliates straight away without any physical microbeads or anything. And then 2 other ones, 2 other exfoliating tools, I'm going to call them because they do help you as a tool to renew your skin, are soaked in pads with many different chemical acids as well. Plus the pads have are double-sided, so they do have 2 different textures that you can exfoliate with. If you don't want to be too rough, you can choose a smooth side. If you want to be a bit slightly more rough, or in places where you have crazy need to exfoliate, maybe on your body or here, then you can use the slightly rougher side. So the first one I want to present to you is by K-Beauty. And this K-Beauty brand is called Innisfree, and it is very innovative in the way it's marketed because It reminds me of a small, before I even read the title, it showed that, you know, I thought it's going to be like a red wine bottle or like a bottle of alcohol. And it is essentially the theme of this jelly softener, jelly peeling softener, that it should represent a wine, red wine peeling. I think you can read it. Wine peeling jelly softener. So it's really, really interesting that these things catch our eyes. Plus, they do have an interesting, you know, idea behind them. It smells amazing. It smells of, I don't know how to explain it. It smells of like sweet grapes without alcohol. So it is, you know, it does remind you of a more of a wine scent, but it's not that. And the consistency is so mild. It's like a really light white gel. And it's fluid, but it's also very gel-like. And on the packaging it says jelly. It's see-through, it's transparent, has a very sweet, light, nice scent. Some people may think, you know, or may comment that it's a bit stronger than a mild scent, but in my eyes it's very nice and mild and sweet. And it is very easy to use because you immediately realize by using it, by applying it, where your you know, dead skin cells are hidden, because as you go along on your face or on your neck, it's like it straight away turns into like small micro, you know, clumps of dead skin. And so it's easy to go along and not to over exfoliate. And yeah, it's very soft, it's very mild, it's a very catchy product. It's not too expensive, it's natural, and in my eyes a really good alternative that you don't need much of to acid toners, to cream peelings, and to physical exfoliation. Because this one is mild and nice and funky to use, and it's something that, you know, not everybody would maybe have in their bathroom. It looks really cool, and there's a lot of product in here, 180 ml, unfortunately no fluid ounces, and it's amazing. I can recommend it. It has not irritated me, and as you can see, it's so thin, it just becomes your second skin straight away by stripping your skin in a good way. I mean, exfoliating your skin. It's not stripping at all because it also has hydrating properties in it, which says on the packaging, by the way. It is enriched with wine extracts from France. Wine creates a clear and smooth jelly-like skin by gently lifting away dead skin cells and providing hydrating moisture. And then the other one would be another one by the by K-Beauty brand, which is called Mizon or Mizon. I don't even know how to pronounce this. I usually know how to pronounce this, but every single time it happens that I forget. Anyway, doesn't matter. It's called Special Care Apple Smoothie Peeling Gel, and it's the same texture. It's a peeling gel, kind of like a jelly texture, which removes dead skin cells while moisturizing skin with rich fruit extracts. Apple and sugarcane maple extracts moisturize and soothe skin after exfoliation. And it has 120 ml, 4.5 fluid ounce. So I'm almost finished with this, and I'm excited to you know, be so happy with a product that really worked, that I used for a long time, that I still have, you know, maybe this much of, that you only need once a week, maybe twice a week, depending on where you live and how much, you know, dirt is around you in the air. I don't have a lot of it here where I am, but I do wear makeup often, and especially in summer when you're sweaty, you do want to exfoliate slightly more, especially where you sweat on the frames of your faces, especially here, the hairline and stuff. I think that is always forgotten. You know, people try to always just like wash their faces like around this middle, but everything else that is also very sweaty under hair and stuff, it is being forgotten. So it is a good tool to really find those places with a really nice texture, and just slightly, mildly exfoliate plus hydrate your skin at the same time. So that's a plus. So check them out. They're amazing. They're online and they're available. It's not something that I've got from a crazy place, even though I bought these, I think, in Bangkok. And I'm just, this Korean thing they have really good products, you guys. And yeah, I can only recommend. And the other ones are exfoliating pads. I'm just going to present them in a pack together because they're not entirely different. They have slightly different ingredients. Price point is a big difference, but they do the same purpose. And these are these two that I have been using and I'm currently still using. This one is a collaboration with Steinherr with Primark. So it is, I think, £5. I don't know, like $4 or $5. And like €5. So it's almost approximately the same price and all different, common, what's the currency? That's the name. So one of them is called Pollution Solution. It has 60 dual texture exfoliating pads and it has gently dosed acids, lactic acid, PHA, niacinamide, amazing for oily combination skin. Lactic acid and PHA are just amazing exfoliating properties, and it lifts skin dulling pollutants and traces a daily grime. So this is the pollution solution. Basically what I was talking about, the radicals in the air and the pollution in the air, is one of the very innovative solutions to tackle dirt on your face, plus exfoliating and brightening your skin. Super cheap, super many pads in it. Mine's almost empty. It has like maybe 10, I think, in it. I used it so many times. I'm really pleased with it. It's easy to get, it's easy to use. And the other one that's similar to the pollution solution is by Nip and Fab Repair. I think it's a British brand. Correct me if I'm wrong. And it's called Bee Sting Fix Toning Pads. Skin clarifying facial pads to tone and prep the complexion. It also has 60 pads in here, and it contains bee venom for plumping and firming, and it contains witch hazel for tightening and refining pores, which is also amazing for a combination oily, and propolis extract to help keep skin clean. Great. It's going to be clean anyway after using these pads. So also not so many in it, slightly more. No, they're very dancey movie today in here. And they smell just of like cosmetics. They don't smell, these ones smell of nothing, literally. It smells of nothing. And this smells of like bee venom and cosmetics. So amazing alternatives, really quick and easy to use. And you don't have to use water with them, which is also nice. When you're on the go, when you go to the gym, when you do any types of things that, want to be quick, efficient, and you don't want to spend a lot of time on these things, you can always grab these. They last ages and they are amazing. Especially good for this area, because then you can just, reach it like with a pad. If you have acne or any types of blemishes here, it's also really, really nice to exfoliate this area with pads that are already soaked. You don't have to buy an extra fluid. So, in sum, I think these 4 products, these 2, and the other ones, are really funky products to use because they do offer some kind of new way of exfoliating. They are not aggressive, they're mild, plus they're hydrating, and they are, I think, even more user-friendly than a cream and exfoliating beads, because it doesn't, go anywhere. It doesn't, the beads don't fall off or get stuck in your hair, and you can use these products so easily. And they're also very interesting and also good as gifts. And so think about it. Maybe you want to try some of these and ditch your toners or ditch your creams or physical exfoliations, and think about how often you want to exfoliate and what is necessary for your skin and how strongly dosed these products are. These are quite mild. In my eyes, especially the jellies are quite mild. So yeah, you can use them maybe twice a week, and it's gonna really help brightening your skin and, you know, taking care of those pores. So I hope you liked this video, and, you know, leave me a thumbs up, and I'm happy to see you in my next video. If you have any questions, just message me. I'm happy to answer anything and to get into a conversation with you. Till next time, bye bye.